Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. 6 to 9 weekdays. Welcome to the Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins podcast. Thanks to Chemist Warehouse. The Chemist Warehouse Christmas fragrance sale is on now. Shop big brand fragrances at the lowest prices today.
Earlier today, we managed to track down the guy who's all over the news, not just around Australia, but around the world for his first chat across the country. We found out his name is Andy. He got attacked by a shark yesterday afternoon.
Just swimming at Prevelly Beach or surfing and was taken down underwater by a shark, and it was terrifying. We've now got the photo of the bite that came out of his board.
Yeah.
It's huge.
You can find that on our socials at Pete Kymba Ben on Instagram. Check out Facebook, all the likes. Andy shared the entire story with us. Take a listen to this. It is wild.
We're so glad you're with us, mate. What an unbelievable story. Tell us what happened yesterday afternoon. The news has reported that it was a bit later. They said it was 6 p.m, but earlier than that, you were surfing at Prevelly Beach. What happened?
So I was actually on a wing foil board, which is like a surfboard with a foil and then a handheld sail. Mm-hmm. And it was at Prevelly Beach, and there was probably about 10 of us out at a break called boat ramps. So we're actually riding the waves, sort of surfing style. And then I had quite a small foil on, and the wind dropped out a little bit, so I'd actually dropped off the foil, so my board went down to the water level.
Right.
And which means I'm not going fast. I'm just, I'm pretty much just like a board. And then I was just thinking, I'll just get on my knees and just use the sail to get me into shore, which happens all the time.
Yeah.
And I was out the back of the reef. It's in a big, deep channel in between two surf breaks. And then just out of the blue, it felt like a freight train ran into me. And I instantly knew I was not near the reef or anything else. And I knew exactly what was happening.
Oh, no.
And yeah, so it catapulted, it threw me into the air, and then I landed in the water, and I actually landed on top of it. I knew it was a shark attack. And
you
I
landed on top of the shark?
Yeah, I landed. Oh. I was all, like, the shark was just everywhere around me, so yep. I just was punching anywhere I could. And I've got two leg ropes, one attached to my board, one attached to the sail. And then the shark dived down and dragged me underwater. And I think at that point that the resistance of my body weight and all my gear, it got untangled, because I think it probably had its teeth in the board, stuck in the foam at that point.
Yeah.
And then I just quickly jumped up. My sail has inflatable, the front and the middle is inflatable. So I jumped up onto that. That was just floating on the surface of the water. And then I spread my arms along it just to be as light as and inconspicuous as possible.
Yeah.
And then I actually just started yelling. They tell you not to panic, but it's impossible not to.
Oh, I mean, how are you supposed to? I mean, it sounds like you did a great job considing the panic state that you would have been in. Did everyone around you horrible. Know what was happening? Because you said you were with a group.
I was. Everybody was scattered, and they don't really notice. There's a lot of yelling and stuff. Everyone's hooting each other normally, so they probably just thought that, I was, overexcited and having a good time.
Wow.
But there was one other guy who's a friend and a local plumber, Neil Madison. He's just learning, so he was sort of stuck out where I was. And, he's going, "What's wrong?" I said, "I've been attacked by a shark." And at that point, I felt like I still had all my limbs and everything. So I said, It hasn't affected me. But anyway, he paddled straight towards me. He was unbelievable.
Oh, what a legend.
Straight.
How big do you think this shark was, Andy?
I didn't see it because I was underwater with it. I never physically saw it. Somebody on the shore that has, I don't know, they have experience with them. They think it's a juvenile bronzy white pointer.
Yeah.
And may have been 3 meters or 3.5 meters, but that hasn't been confirmed.
Oh, my God. In your head, it would have felt like a 15-metre, you are being... Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter at that point, does it? Because it's so terrifying.
But it makes me realise how powerful they are. You've got no hope, basically. I was just so lucky. Yep.
Oh, man.
My goodness, that must have blown your wife and family's mind when you got home to tell them what happened.
Yeah, it was a bit full on.
So, Andy, you've got your board. Has your board got chunks in it?
Oh, yeah. Of course, it's radio. You can't see it, can you?
No.
Yeah, it's got a massive bite out of it. like bigger than my head.
So when you swam back into shore, you were on that and you were paddling back.
Yeah, and Neil was pushing me. Like he was on his board and he was telling me to splay my feet out, and the front of his board, which was a bigger board, was like pushing my feet.
Yeah.
And is it too soon to ask when you'll be going back in the water?
I'm going to go for a swim today, but not out far.
Yeah, okay.
Just to,
cool.
But I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, well, this is like, we get it. But look, we're just so glad you're okay, man. What a story. And thanks for taking the time to chat to us as well. And thanks for WA for getting us in touch with Andy. You couldn't hide from us.
Yeah.
No, you're very, very good.
All the best, Andy.
Okay.
Enjoy your swim this afternoon. And look,
thank you.
Well, we're just so glad you're okay.
Yeah, when the people want to speak, they speak to Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. We've just posted a picture of Andy himself holding the board with the bite taken out of it on our socials. He's everything you'd expect, just chatting to him, just a surfer dude down there, probably lives down there in Prevelly, and off into the water again today. I couldn't believe it.
I think you've got to. I think you've got to. I feel like if you live in a town like that and you're at the beach a lot, you've got to don't get in your head about it, because otherwise the longer you're out of the water, the harder it's going to be to get back in.
Absolutely.
What are the chances of it happening to him again?
Oh, don't
so slim.
Jeez.
Knocking wood now.
Wood.
But like,
all right. Well, listen, if you want to go and take a look at the size of the bite taken out of his board, at Pete Kim and Ben on Instagram, and check our Facebook as well. By the way, there was a lot more to that chat. We'll post the full chat on our listener app.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Dear Kymba.
So yesterday we touched on a Dear Kymba because someone wrote in basically saying him and his brother have had limited contact with their parents over the last sort of decade, and his parents both passed away, and they have left all of the inheritance to his brother, and he feels that he should be entitled to some of it. And the brother is saying, no, I'm honouring mum and dad's wishes. They wanted me to have it. But it did feel like he was due something based on the fact that they were both seemed to be pretty absent from the parents' life.
Yep.
But we talked about inheritance and how that's affected your lives.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of people call up with their advice and their experience.
Have a listen to this. This is some of the calls. Hey, Penny, you're on the other side of this. What's your situation?
I have two siblings, and we rarely talk to our father.
And
maybe
all
more
of the
than
kids. You don't talk to your father.
Oh, I talk to them. I talk to him more than the other two siblings that I have.
Okay.
And I'm in the will for his house and his everything. I'd kind of be annoyed if they turned up and was like, "Well, now we want something." Now they haven't had that relationship with him.
Yeah.
Has it been out in the open? Your dad's told everybody, everyone knows that
Well, I feel, everyone kind of knows, the situation, but they haven't made the effort. They haven't gone down and seen him. They haven't really, when he talks to them, they hardly reply. So it's kind of like, why come out of the woodworks now? There's money involved. He should have been there.
Penny, do you feel like you have gone above and beyond? Like, if you're saying not many of us really speak to my father, is it that you've visited him twice this year more than they have? Is that heaps that you would not share it with your siblings to just keep the peace?
Well, I just wouldn't contest it. I would definitely, my sister has a mortgage, my brother doesn't have a house, so I would help them out. But I would be annoyed if they came out of the woodworks and said, no, I'm entitled to it.
Are you close to your siblings?
I wouldn't sit there. Yeah, I am.
You are close to them. Because this is the thing, right? I'm sort of in this camp as well, where I just couldn't ever imagine a scenario playing out where, not that it would like this anyway, but if my parents left everything to just me, I'd split it anyway.
I'd gift it. I'd give it to my siblings
I'd gift it
too.
And split it, I mean, Dad, so...
It would be heartbreaking for the siblings to, find that out, that the parents didn't leave anything. But at the end of the day, that's what they wanted. It's up to your sibling that gets everything to
Penny,
do the right
you
thing.
might not have siblings after this. Mate. Look after them. Be careful.
Hey, Jeff. Hi. Thanks for calling through. What's going on here, mate?
Yeah, no dramas. I've just recently, Mum and Dad passed away. Dad passed away about 3 years ago, and Mum passed away about 7 or 8 months ago.
Oh,
and
sorry to hear that, bud.
Yeah, no, it's part of life. But I have two brothers and a sister. Two brothers ditched Mum and Dad probably about 6 years ago, and never really spoke to them. Never never really had any contact with them. And Mum and Dad were going to change their will while they were alive and just split it between me and my sister. And we decided, no, let's split it the 4 ways, and because that's the way it should go.
Yeah, and it doesn't carry on the generational trauma, right? Like, it means that you guys can have healthy relationships with your siblings without any weird resentment.
And I think that's the most important part of all of this moving forward, isn't it? You know, like,
I don't know. I'm not in this tricky situation, but
for me, it's like once they're gone, then it's what's around us right now and moving forward with it. And I'd want a relationship with my brother and his family. Like that's, so.
Well,
everybody's got a bit of different stuff going on, I get.
It was really interesting to hear everyone's calls, and we still got some text messages and things after the show.
Yeah.
And so we have spoken to John Hammond from Hammond Legal. He is our show lawyer, and he's going to be coming up next in just a few minutes to explain wills and inheritance and how it works and whether you can contest it.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Dear Kymba.
Our Dear Kymba was about 2 children and the parents that have passed away and the inheritance being handed down to just 1 child. And the brother is now going, hey, do I get my share? So John Hammond from Hammond Legal, how does inheritance work? Because this person wants to know if they have an opportunity to ask for the money that they believe their parents should have left them.
The answer is absolutely yes. The sibling that's been left out can make an application to the Supreme Court and seek to have the will varied. So you may write a will, but if you leave out one of your children, one of your grandchildren, one of your stepchildren, they can come to the court and say, I haven't been given adequate provision from the estate. So the court can effectively rewrite the will.
How does that change with relationships? There are some families that are estranged, right? So in this case, the son that didn't get anything hasn't had a lot of contact with his family over the last 10 years. And so he, because they had a relationship breakdown, and the brother is saying, well, Mum and Dad didn't leave it to you, so I don't have to share it. Can he still contest that if they've had this sort of estranged relationship?
Again, the answer is yes. Even if the relationship is estranged, a challenge can still be made.
What's the likelihood of it going well, though?
The likelihood's quite good of it going well.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
You can still make a claim. One of the factors the court looks at is, does that person have sufficient funds to go forward in life? If that child that's been left out has a serious illness, was estranged through no fault of his or her own, all of those factors come into play.
Oh, so you can really unload some laundry in this place by going, well, they treated me like this. This is why I'm no longer in the family. This is what took place. And that's all considered.
And you can say, I love my dad, but he cut me off. I don't know why. And I still want a cut of his estate.
Right.
He should have made provision for me. He had a moral duty to do so, and he's failed. And the court will often rewrite a will.
Does it change depending on how long that estranged relationship went on for, or also how long it takes you to contest the will?
It can change, yeah. If the estrangement is over a enormous period of time, and it's the son's fault more than the dad's fault, all of those factors could slightly alter it. Nevertheless, there's still an entitlement.
This would break up relationships. I would imagine these siblings are still friends. These sons they're close. They've got no issue with each other. But now that one is saying, well, no, they left it to me. I don't have to share it. This would cause serious relationship problems. I'm sure that you've witnessed that.
Oh, yeah, look, it causes enormous relationship problems where families never speak to each other again once a challenge to a will is made.
Wow, right. Because there's a fair chance my brother will get Dad's boat. And I don't know if you're listening right now, but I want it. It's
Well,
a really nice bike.
look, you can come and see me and
Okay.
we'll sort that out
Right,
as long as
sure.
I get to use the boat.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
And I'll be in the corner here going, Pete, don't fight with your brother. You love your brother.
I know.
Stop it.
I do love my brother, but I also love the boat.
Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins. 6 to 9 weekdays. Thanks for listening to the Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins podcast for Chemist Warehouse. The Chemist Warehouse Christmas fragrance sale is on now. Spoil yourself or your loved ones this Christmas with big brand fragrances at lowest prices.